My wife's always moving my shit, man. Alright. Hello, hello, I see, oh shit, there's quite a bit of y'all. Alright, so I just started. We have, just for those of you that are joining up, I made today. Yesterday I think we ended at around like $1,400, so I made about $400 or $500 today. Did really good with the the big drop and just kind of holding on to it and keeping it. And as of right now, though, what we've been having is the indicator showed us that we had a small W. It worked out, hit the first target, which was basically this 200 EMA. We bounced off. If you are looking closely, this is also an M, which is why we're kind of driving up, creating another M here, which is what's driving us up now. Had we been live earlier, I would have had a buy at like 48 is where I wanted one at, but I wanted to wait for you guys before I went, and started doing stuff. So we would have done a buy at 48, had our sell at 50, and we would have basically just gotten out. So now what we're doing is we're going to wait for a drawback. We're going to wait to see if this holds above the 200 EMA or if it decides to try and come back down. We're just going to be patient, hold on, and wait for it. All right. So let's see if there's any questions. If you guys have any questions, don't hesitate to ask. This would be a great time to start asking while we're kind of just looking at things, being nice and slow, waiting on kind of some type of entry to show itself. Taking a look at the tick charts. The tick charts are basically telling me that we're bullish. The only thing that is telling me we're not bullish is this bigger tick chart, which is the 3000 tick. 3000 tick is telling me that we're in a big W. So big W, which can go as high as, let's say, 3,960 if it wanted to. So we could go up another $10, but I'm pretty sure here is where we're going to turn around. So about 54, I'm looking for a turnaround. Now, looking at a smaller tick chart so that you guys can see this as well, we're still a little bullish, so we could definitely go ahead and touch that area that I was just talking about. Let's see a little bit higher of a tick chart, what it's telling me. So this right here, this big area that you're seeing here is the same as this. So from here, it's the same as this. This is just a more confined area while this is more stretched out, okay? So we're looking at it, trying to figure out what's going on. So I would like maybe a short at 52.50. Let's try that. It might take a little while to hit though. Let's go ahead and what we'll do is we'll do a long off of the 200 EMA. So 200 EMA is just below 49 here, 3949. So that's where we're going to do our long. And then our sell will be right here at 51, maybe a tick below at 50.75. And again, the reason we're entering is because our 200 EMA here is here. We bounced off of it a couple times, pretty solid, and we basically touched our sell order once. So we should In theory, this is creating an M here, so if we tap this order, we should definitely come up again. And you know what? I'm gonna put it at 49.25 so that if it hits 49, we get our fill. Okay, we're one tick away. Almost all the charts are telling us we're bullish except for this one, which is telling us we're bullish until this point. And that point is above our target point. So I'm okay with it. But we need it to hit. So as you can see, we're already starting to turn up. We might not get our fill order. And that's okay. If that's what happens, that's what happens. We'll just wait for another order to hit. Okay, so let me see the questions that you guys are asking. Hold on 1 second. What's the drawing? Yeah, it's a harmonics indicator. If you look at the video that I posted on YouTube yesterday, you will see the harmonics indicator, how to set it up, and all that good stuff. Let's see, anybody in here asking questions? No? Okay, cool. So we were one tick away. No problem, no problem. Excuse the squeaky chair. Alright, so looking at this on a more scrunched time frame, and we can take this off. I actually need to put it, this will probably help us be more accurate, putting our VWAP where it's supposed to go, because that was yesterday's. There we go.
Order filled.
Okay, so we got our order filled. And as you can see, this M that I was talking about just popped up on the indicator. So it says that the first target point is at 50.50. So that's about $1 away. That'd be a little over $10. So I'm actually okay with that. $10 is not terrible. But I'm gonna put it there. I'm gonna put it at 51. No, I'm gonna put it at 50.50. Like I said. Okay, and then if we need to average down, we have a spot where we can average down. Here at our VWAP, we can go ahead and average down. But what we are expecting is, and just to kind of tell you why I wanted to do this. So there's several reasons why I wanted to go in a long. So first, the M that I was talking about, okay? Then we have our point of control here. Then we have our 200 EMA here. And then we have our VWAP here. So we have a lot of things in a really small, tight distance that more often than not tend to repel or build some type of pressure to push you back in the direction that you came from. In this instance, we're going down to meet it. So we should, in theory, one of these should pop us up pretty solid. I'm betting on, and this is why I put this order here, it's in between the point of control and the 200 EMA, because I'm betting on the 200 EMA to drive us. But if that doesn't happen, what I'm going to do is I'm going to add one here. Just one, though. Because it's such a close spot, I don't need to do too much. Like, that'll take me to like right there. I don't need to add too much. Stream is slow. Sorry if you're joining TikTok and it's not really working out for you. Go ahead and try the Twitch. Twitch is same handle, Hoskala Trading, and it'll show the full screen and everything. It'll be a little bit maybe better. I'm not sure why it would be bad on here, but let me see if this helps. I was connected to my Wi-Fi. I just disconnected from Wi-Fi, so maybe that'll help. And another thing that's helping me be pretty confident in this is saying this is a 98% match, almost 99% match for this M, which means we should, in theory, it should definitely happen. I mean, it's 98% accurate, so that would mean that our stop would be down here at 38, so we can average down for a good time all the way. I would probably do it even as far as the open at least. So we have a good little ways before we are forced to get out of this play. And MES does move slow. It does take a little while to do what it's going to do. That's all right. If you don't have patience, then you really shouldn't be trying to learn how to trade in the first place. So, because the people who, and this is mostly day traders anyway, like what we're doing, the people who want to make a bunch of money really fast typically don't. They lose it fast is what really happens. So I would prefer you guys to learn how to do this, I don't want to say the right way, but learn how to do it with a little money, slowly. Learn the thought processes behind it all. Then you can go and do it during the fast times, during the market, and be successful and make that money that you're wanting to make. This is more so for learning, right? Twitch is good. Please explain the green arrows versus red arrows. So there's green arrows right now. This is where it's telling you it's going to go, right? So it's showing you, this is showing you the bottoms, like, so the areas where you would buy them at. Boom, boom, boom. These are entries, average down points, right? And then this is your target, and this is your target. So it's telling you this is where you should expect to go from there. And then the red arrows are for bearish movements. So this is for a bullish movement, right? Makes sense. It's green. And then bearish is red. Well, your target, it's telling you where your target is literally, it says T1, T2, right? So if you're looking at, and this is for those of you on Twitch who can see it, you might not be able to see it on TikTok, but if you're looking here, right, you can see the target one success is 88, 83, 88, 94, 90. Overall, basically 90%, 89%, right? So if you take these entries, boom, 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 and you have your exit at target one, you'll be fine. So in this instance, though, where we are, our average happens to be where target one is now because we've moved down a little bit. So what we're looking for is target two. We're going to hope that target two hits so that we can get our exit, which I think it will in this sense, because this is a cipher and a shark. So let's see how accurate ciphers and sharks are. So ciphers hit their second target 41% of the time, and sharks hit their second target 64% of the time. So with them both being on here, you can give or take say about, I have a 50% chance that we'll hit the second target, averaging them together. The length of the arrows are telling you, what it's telling you is where your entry is, right? So it's telling you your entry, and then Probably what I'm gonna assume is once it hits this entry, the target 1 is gonna move down to there. And then if it hits this entry, the target 1 might move down to there. But that's it. You can really ignore this. This is not necessarily what you need to be worried about. You need to be worried about here, 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 and then whenever this says wherever it says target 1 and target 2, when it says it, that's what you need to be looking at. So we're up just a little bit here. We're up $5. This is how much we're actually up here. 250 now. Again, and move down just a little bit. But we're chilling. Let me see. Is anybody asking questions on here? Okay, no. So we're up just a little bit. We're waiting. Okay, now we're even again. It's gonna be a slow process, like I told you guys. So if you don't have patience, this isn't gonna be for you. But the goal is to show you how to do this so that during the market, right? Like last night, we only made $15 together, right, over the course of an hour. Then I went during the market today and made 400. Okay, using the exact same stuff, the exact same shit, just during faster pace, more volatility, more volume, etc. Right? So I was able to play the trend downwards for a really long time and make good money, right? But it's doing the exact same stuff that I'm showing you here. And the whole point doing this during GLOBEX is to be able to have the time to answer your questions, be able to have the time to show you in depth what we're doing here. So let me see. Sorry, I'm turning this so I can read what you're saying. Is it possible to lose more money than you have in your account on TradingView if you forget stops? So if you're trading via, like me, I'm connected to my Trade-O-Vate. Trade-O-Vate will margin you out to a point where like you can't necessarily go negative, but you can lose you can lose all but like, you know, $30 of your money for sure. Now, should you ever let it get that bad? No. You should have a decent risk to reward in general. You should have a hard stop somewhere in mind. Turns, what that's telling you, 90% of the time, the bigger arrow is your overall trend. The smaller ones will help you complete that trend. Does that make sense? So if you're in a W, right? And here I'll draw it to make it easier to follow. So let's say you're in a W. That's going to drive you down, okay? So this is where you're going to go. You're in a W. Now, here, somewhere in here, you get something more like this. You get something that goes, which is an M, okay? This M is going to drive you up to create the last leg of this W that's going to drive you down. So that's what you saw. You saw something like that. You saw the overall trend and smaller trend telling you that this is going to be completed to drive you down. So that's how you can use it. So what I would do is what I would do is I would use it in that scenario, right? Like I would get an entry and then average down up to my point where I know my spot should be at, like to turn around. and that's it. And then have an exit set, and then get out. How do you tell M's from W's? I mean, realistically, if you have the indicator on, M's are green, W's are red. If you don't, I mean, a W, right? An M. And this will drive you down. So what this will do, basically you need a low point and a lower point, and then you need, so this should actually be something like this. You need your first high point needs to be higher than your other two, but this third high point needs to be higher than your second one. I know it's a little confusing, but your third point needs to be higher than your second, but not higher than your first. And your lower points need to stagger downward. So you need to have a lower low, and that's going to drive you down. In the case of an M, you have a higher high. You have a low here, right? Then you have a low here that's not lower than this one, and then you have a third low that's lower than your second low, but not lower than your first low, and that's going to drive you up. So that's why we're moving upwards. But see, in this case, our real bottom is somewhere like down. This is why these are so low, is because our real bottom is somewhere like over here, because of how long we've been moving up. Now I could be conservative myself and say like this could be my bottom, or this is my own bottom, right? And then have a hard exit there instead. But I'm going to go ahead and trust these with the stop and just keep averaging down and try and get out. Correct. Churn's correct. M is up, W is down. Not to be confused with a double top or a double bottom. These are staggered. Staggered. This is a double top, right? This is a double bottom. This is a W. This is an M. Okay, let me see if y'all have any questions. Sorry. Over here. Okay, no questions there. Cool. And today, just so y'all are aware, I do have a hard stop in about 30-ish minutes. So, regardless of where this is at that time, I'm going to get off. But I'll, let you know, like when I upload the video later on YouTube, in the description, I'll tell y'all, what happened if we got out red or, green. Because, again, we have our hard stop down here. So if it hits this, we'll get out red. And if not, y'all know where this is. And as I average down, it's going to stay the same distance away as my average. So no, I don't really have to keep switching stuff, because harmonics are based off of fibs, and bots, etc., whatever, they all use fibs. They all use VWAP. They all use 200 AMA. It's all based off of the same shit at the end of the day. So. Now, maybe in like 5, 10, 15 years, it might be a little different, but like Gartley's and the different harmonic patterns have been around since like the 50s and shit. So I'm not gonna go out and say that I believe that they won't work, but very well something could change, and maybe one of them isn't as accurate anymore, or something like that. For sure, I'm not gonna say that can never happen, but I'll move this down one tick. So 50-25 instead of 50-50. Your harmonics indicator keeps going away. I'm not sure why it would do that. You probably don't have it saved or something on your chart. It should be on there. Well, one of them already got filled, right? So this one already happened, so it went away. And this one's pending because it's trying to figure out, it's basically calculating right now. It's trying to figure out where the entry is and shit. And it looks like, it might be, god damn it. Yeah, so it's trying to figure out if this is going to be the entry or if it's going to be down here where it had it earlier, which we already know because we saw it trying to tell us where it thought those entries were going to be anyway. So it's looking more and more like we are going to like really propel up, actually, just because we're kind of like doing this number here. This is really, TTM squeeze is very, very, very telling that one way or the other a big move is coming, up or down. And since we've kind of been chilling here, I think it's going to propel up because we have our VWAP and our 200-day EMA on top of each other. So I think it'll go up, but if it starts really falling, this will squeeze down, and then it will probably pop up from here, which is fine. So looks like I'm about to get that average down. You know what? I'm going to put it one tick above because the VWAP has moved up since I had it there. It's now at 48, so if it taps 48, I need it to fill. So my order needs to be at 48.25. Okay, so nothing there.
Order filled.
Alright, so now we have that. We're at 49. I can move this to 50. Or something like that. Let's do that. 3. So we are starting to pop up off of it. Hopefully it gives us enough juice, because it does look like now it's forming a W, right? So we have a low, we have a high, we're getting a lower low. If we propel up to about here, this would be just about right to create that new high that would propel us down. Yeah, so see, now it's telling us these are our spots now. did put another buy order here. Sorry, I didn't say anything. Just thinking. Honestly contemplating making it a really big buy order so that when we pop up off of that, I can exit at the 200, but this should put us just below it so I can't exit. Of course, this moved up just. I had to move it to 47 because it adjusted it. If need be, I'll do 6 there. So if I need to, if it drops down this far, I will buy 6 there. At just above the open, because we'll bounce off of that hopefully and then propel up. Okay, so now it looks like one of these has been quote unquote fulfilled. And we'll see if we get this exit here. I'm okay with, we're not going to make very much money, but I kind of just want an exit at this point. So I'm okay with putting it at that first target point, even though it's only, let's say we'll make like $6, $7. It won't be too much, but.
Order filled.
Oh, there we go. Now if it hits it, we'll make more than that. So what I'll do is I'll actually put it just below. And then I have this here. So how much of my margin have I used? I still have basically $1,400 of my margin left. By the time it gets here though, I'll probably be down almost $100. And then it'll buy it, and then I'll only be down maybe like 50-ish. See, sorry, I'm trying to see what you guys, if you guys are saying anything in TikTok. Okay. Each trade in Trade08 is 60 cents for MES, like 62 cents or something like that per way. So you end up paying like $1.24 or something like that. And then, so, why? You probably haven't changed your settings yet. Have you adjusted your settings to the same ones that I've posted yesterday? Yeah, I put them on YouTube. Same handle and everything as here. So despite us moving down, everything, according to this indicator, is telling us that we should move up somewhere in this vicinity, which is exactly what I'm thinking. If we don't go green here, right, that'll be the case. How did I know? Simply put, I've been doing this a little while, man. I have the eye for it. The indicator just helps me at this point confirm what I already see. So I had my buy here already, right? And then these went and popped down to this area. I just know, like looking at it, I just know, like this is a good area to be in because I've been doing this for a while. As you continue to do it, and you continue to see these things pop up. You see your open where you opened at. You see these areas where it's telling you you're going to average down at. You can kind of gauge like an eyeball effect, right? Like I hate to use this analogy, but like drug dealers, right? Like they do enough cells, they know they can eyeball a gram or an eighth or whatever. Like they don't need to scale anymore. It's the same concept. You do this enough times, you don't need the indicator, right? The indicator is kind of like let me just make sure that I'm seeing what I saw. It's kind of how I look at it. I already see these things. There's just every so often, I don't even remember what I was going to say. I'm sorry. I started reading what you typed. Let me see. Yes. So for 5, that would be $6.20 for both ways. But the good thing is on Tradovate, at least, it won't show you. It all automatically takes in the one way. You just have to put in the other way. Like it already has the 60 cents per way. I just need to do the other 60 cents math in my head per way, which would be like $1.20 something, right? Or I'm sorry, it'd be $2.40 something for these 4. So it went, decided, nope. And what I'm thinking is going to happen is we are going to drop down to this area, and then we're going to come back up to touch the VWAP. And so my exit will be before VWAP. It'll be somewhere like right in here, because this and this, my average isn't going to be in the middle right here. It's going to be somewhere right here, closer to 45. Sorry, it's going to be closer to 45. So I should, in theory, be able to get a pretty decent exit, especially with these staying in this vicinity. So and as you can see, as we drop, it's getting exponentially bigger loss, but that's okay because by the time we hit here, it's going to say something close to 100, but then when we get this filled, it'll go back down to like 50-ish or so. And this will probably be like our last area where we'll try and average down, because we'll be starting to get in some decent red. If it doesn't work out, it doesn't work out, right? Like sometimes you just need to let it go. And if we have to take a big loss, we have to take a big loss. We'll make it up. It's not a problem. Because as I showed y'all several times, right, like these are 90% accurate, give or take, all the way up to the first target. So this one could be a loss, and then the next 8 to 9 of them will be wins. Well, really 8 to like 16 will be wins. Somewhere in that range will be wins. And as you can see, like my eye is trained to see that this, even though these are forming, saying that we'll form an M, this, if we were to move up, is going to form a W that'll drive us down, right? So high point, low point, high point that's lower than this high point, and then a low point. So if we go here, right, we pop up, this will probably, it'll like literally just give us our exit right there, and we'll be down. If it goes here, again, somewhere there, if it goes all the way down to here, in that case, it's probably more likely like this is the top of it, and then we'll probably get somewhere in here. So as you can see, we're nearing our order right here. We're about $70, $60, $70 in the hole. No problem. No, you don't have any time limits. That's why I like futures. You don't have theta or anything like that. I mean, like, yeah, you can wait, but don't forget you have money in the trade. Like, it's actively trading. So if you go down X amount and it kicks you out the trade because you're down so much, you know, that's on you, because you're not paying attention. You're not, you know, doing whatever you need to do. Let's see, anybody ask any questions? Nope. Okay, cool. So, chilling, we're waiting. And this is looking very much like we're not really going to get an exit with this. Like right here, like we need to get an average down so that this can be our exit point, unfortunately. That's okay. That's why we have this right here. And to be fair, after being down, 50 something bucks or whatever, sorry, fucking don't know why that's there. If this was to move back to give us, break even, I'll take it. Like, I will absolutely take it. Because then we live to fight another play. You know what I mean? Like, we live to do another one without taking a big L. So, I'll definitely do that if it comes down to it. As a matter of fact, I'll put this at 49. Won't be a big win if we get it. It'll just be like $1 per. And then if I start noticing some chop like right where our order is, I'll just let it go. It'll be down like $5, $6, something like that. Sorry, I keep opening the wrong thing. So one of these is playing out now. I believe it's going to be this shark. Sorry, y'all can't quite see on TikTok. There you go. So it claims that the shark has hit its first target, which is true. It has. Target was 46.75. As soon as it hit 47, it was good to go. And hopefully it continues to move up to this second target. That would be very nice. But notice why I have this here. Our point of control is right there as well. So if we were to kind of start bouncing in this area, this would be a good area to turn back down. If we don't turn down here, we'll turn down here. If we don't turn down here, we're going to turn down there more than likely. This second target is probably not going to be touched up here. So Just 200 EMA? Possibly. But again, remember I showed you this W here. So honestly, anywhere from this VWAP is probably fair game for turn down, a nice turn down too. And at one point we were up from open, let's see, 6 bucks, so not very much. But we did need some relief. And I do think that we have some relief tonight in general. Like, we're green, then we go red during pre-market and open tomorrow. Oh, hold on, somebody asked a question. Can you tell us about paid subscription, what it includes? Sure, if you want to know. Hold on, let's see what's going on with this first before we start doing that. So, like I said, that turn down off that VWAP was probably likely. Unfortunately, it's happening. But we have our open right here at 44. So we have our buy order just above that. We could very well propel off of this pretty strongly. So. Stop is 35, that's too far. Alright, so the Discord, anyway, the paid Discord group, basically you get access to myself and my partner in terms of like asking questions, getting guidance, etc. all day long. You know, you ask us, we got you. My partner tends to go live during the day and I go live at night. So like you can ask real time questions, see the chart, you can, you know, live trade with them, whatever, right? We have 4 or 5 guys that do call outs. Best one is going to be this one right here with, his name is Nuke. He does crazy good call outs every day. Like, so this was yesterday. He did 7 call outs with levels. Like if it hits this level, do a long. If it hits this level, do a short. When it hit the levels, this is, you know, 160%, 114%, 370, 80, 144, 146, 1900%. So, you know, he does this basically every day. So today, recap, 162, 38, 468, 355, 196, 152, 219. Okay, so yeah, so, and this is his watch list for tomorrow. Okay, so I'll give y'all a freebie if you want to screenshot it and try it for tomorrow and see how you do. But yeah, so basically we also have like quant alerts, which give you golden sweeps and stuff like that to golden sweeps are like orders over $1 million, so they tell you like what big money is doing. So like everybody is, let's see, bearish on this, bearish on XOP, bearish on XOP, bearish on Nike, bullish on AMD, bullish on VFC, bearish on Tesla, and this is like this morning. So just to show you like what the big money's doing, right? You can do that. We have also like bot alerts in there, so you know, things like this, and they literally tell you buy and sell. Cool, you know, cool little things for $15 a month. I mean, I feel like it's it's worth $15. If you don't, you don't have to join in. I'm not trying to make you or anything like that. So my stop loss is somewhere right in here. I don't have it set, but I'm eyeing it because I'm actively averaging down. So having a stop loss is like set is not necessarily going to work because I'm going to have to keep adjusting it and so on. So and this looks mighty double bottomish. I don't think that this will, we can check actually on here on the small time frame. Did this go below? No, it did not. It's on the exact same spot. So this is a double bottom for now anyway. This is a double bottom. So we could very well propel up. Get our exit. Alright, so we don't go live on Twitch during the day. We go live actually like in Discord, where it has the provider screen right here. That's where we go live. And then you type in this place called the trade chat, right, that it's in right now, and we actively answer you and stuff like that. Show you what we're doing, blah, 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 blah. Does that answer your questions, sir? God damn it, I keep clicking this when I need to. If you scroll up in Twitch, I posted the Discord link yesterday. Right here. If you want to join, obviously. Don't need to, though. Are they all long orders or a combination of short and long? Sorry, I just caught that. Longs. The sell, the short, is my profit take for these longs that I'm currently in. So when this buys, right, if it buys, this will change to 10 and it'll go down to here, somewhere in here, right? Probably like 46 or 45, 75, somewhere right in there. And then what I'll end up doing is I'll move this down and I'll change it to 10 so that it correlates with the sell order that I need it to. Hold on. It's futures. We don't have like set times that we go live during the day. My partner doesn't anyway. He basically just lets everybody know, hey, I'm going to go live. Like he'll just alert you, do an at everyone, and say, hey, I'm about to go live. If anybody wants to, join in, blah, 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 blah. Feel free, type thing. Gosh, I'm not sure I should do that many. Maybe I should only do 4. Then 44, 25. That'll bring it to 66, 25 or 66. Maybe like 66, 33 or something like that, or 46, 33. Yeah. I think I'm going to do that. I'm going to switch it back to 4. I'm not going to do 6 there. That way it gives me the opportunity to average down to here. And that's what I'll do. this particular point that it's saying too. Average down, I can average down there. But maybe I'll get lucky and it'll pop up to point of control and I won't have to worry about this shit. And then I can get off and do what I need to do for the night. I think it's better to trade the open time. Well, remember, the whole point of these lives are not necessarily to make a bunch of money. It's to show you the concepts, to show you the strategies, right? How you use them, and all that during a slow time so that you can be successful during those times. Because I do agree, trading during open, not necessarily open, but during market hours is definitely gonna give you, the money that you're looking for, right? This is not necessarily. It takes a long time, low volume, usually ranging. So more than likely what will happen is if we're ranging, we're going to range from here to here all night. If we are ranging. Or even potentially here to like here. Because this is kind of where we opened at, right? So we could range from here to here all night. And then come morning, what will happen is whatever pattern we've been overall building will then blow up. Whether it's an M or a W will then come to fruition and pop really hard during pre-market or whatever. If you press reverse position, it does exactly that. It reverses your position. Instead of a long, I'd be in a short. And I would take the current loss that I'm in, and it would just flip what I'm in at that spot. I agree with old guard. Definitely the better thing to do is not necessarily to follow along every single trade, more so follow along with what I'm doing and learn. Rewatch the video tomorrow, see what's going on, and then go ahead and try it yourself during the market. At what point does it not work out? Well, it gave me a stop. This is my stop right here. So this is where it's telling me I should stop. I'll stop somewhere between this buy and here, somewhere in there. I'm just super zoomed in because remember volume is low, right? This is my normal view is something like this, maybe, right? But it's moving so slow. Like this is how it's normally moving, right? So this is fine. But now it's moving so tight and so slow I have to zoom in. Like this is only $10 away. But I'm so zoomed in that it looks like, a lot's going on. It's really not. I don't know when the arrows go away, to be honest with you. The arrows go away when the algorithm or the program of the bot that we're using, right? The indicator, whatever's programmed into it tells it to go away, right? Whatever parameters are set. So whenever it's hit targets, I think it goes away. Whenever it hits stop loss, it goes away. Something like that. So if it goes below, obviously the entry point, it goes away. So we're pushing. If this squeezes up, we'll get our exit here. Oh. We're actually like right at our almost right at our, I'm just gonna put our fucking, I'm gonna put it one tick above our order. You know what? I almost want to just get the fuck out because this is showing about a nice big W, and it's almost 90%. And sharks are very, very, very accurate. 94% is the most accurate one on there. So yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and put this at our order just so we can get it filled, hopefully. No, fuck. Because if we can get it filled, we'll only be down like $3. You know what? I'm gonna take this
Order filled.
$9 loss. I'd rather take it. $15 total. All right, so we're out of that, and we actually bit a bullet. But biting that bullet is better than what's about to happen, because what we can do now is we can short. And we're going to short at 48. We're going to do 2 shorts at 48. Then we'll probably get our exit and we'll make our money back and be done. As a matter of fact, I almost want to put our entry, you know what, we're going to put our entry at 47.50 so we can just get it. And then our exit will be
order filled
right here. At 25, where it tells us. Realistically, we can do something like here, 646. We should, in theory, make our money back. And then now we have like one area here where we average down with just 1. And I'll put it in between these two, and then what I'll do is I'll do another one at 50, like so. So if we get our average down, it'll be like that, and then it looks like there's another one here, and we'll do 2 here, or how many is that? 1, 2, 3, 4, so we'll do 6 there. And that way, we'll be out somewhere like right here, if it was to go against us. But this is looking mighty bearish. And I have to agree with the sentiment of the indicator here. It is looking bearish, and we have VWAP, 200-day EMA, etc. So and yes, I would much rather be down that $14 that we were down for a moment than down the 70 that we were, right? Like the exit that we took for that little loss was much better than where we were at. And we're about to make almost all of it all back right now. One more tick. As a matter of fact, there you go. Put it there. Sorry, I messed up. If it goes down to where I had it, we'll get our exit. So just noticing y'all are barely seeing on TikTok. Okay. question, sorry. Question for you on my Discord. How do we share? Yeah, we do share, not the
Order
entire
filled.
time, but yes, we do share our screen during market hours. So the order just filled, and now we are only down $4. So basically what we did there is we just went down to, like, we only lost our quote-unquote fees. That's all we're down now, is our fees from that last play. Which to me is pretty damn good. So now we can have this short here. Move this one here. This should be 2. And so on. So we're still pushing down. This one actually is probably going to hit its second target, more than likely. I'm going to go ahead and put this back at 47.50 so that if we push to it, we can get that. Let me check the smaller. Well, smaller time frame is showing that we could be potentially making an M, so I'm going to put this back at 48. I trust a push back off of this more than I do this to continue going down. There you go, churns. Only down $3. See, so, and yes, we do have some stuff in our Discord too, in terms of like videos. So we have lessons, right? Like every time we do one of our classes, every Saturday, or whenever my partner comes up with like a nice video, he puts them in here. We also have info graphics, which show you like different patterns that you can be looking for and whatnot. And then TA videos, which are kind of the same thing as like where he posts just videos, and I post mine too. But yeah, how-tos and whatnot. We do all that good stuff. You just gotta understand one thing when you join our group, if you join it, and it's this, and this is where a lot of people get upset or whatever. Our group is not meant for call-outs, okay? That's not what we're here for. That's not what I want to do. I don't want to spoon feed you. I don't want you basically relying on me for your entire trading career. I want to teach you how to trade, and then, quite frankly, I want you to fuck off afterwards. I mean, just to put it in a not nice way, I want you to learn. I want you to fuck off. I want you to go do your thing, right? Because if you keep staying nearby me and you keep needing to you're just doing what I'm doing and you're not learning anything, I'm not helping you. I'd rather help you. I want you to learn. I want you to be successful. I don't want you to just stay, breathing over my shoulder forever, right? That's supposed to be for a couple months, maybe 6 months, a year max, like where you're getting the groove of it, you're getting confident, and then, hey, I know what I'm doing. Cool. I only want to stay learning from this guy because I like what he's doing. I like how he teaches, but I don't need it. You get what I'm saying? That's where I want you guys to be at. So, yes, my partner, damn near, we learn everything we do together, and for the most part, he puts me on a lot of the stuff, the patterns and whatnot that I end up doing. So, I will definitely say that. Like when it comes to harmonic patterns, he put me on to harmonic patterns. We learned our original strategy with the 200, 9, and 21 day EMAs. We learned that together. VWAP, we did that together. Everything else, basically, he's kind of slowly been like, hey man, I found this and it works really well with what we do. You should give it a shot and test it out and try and tweak it to your own thing, and that's what we've done. So definitely give my flowers to my partner.
Order filled.
As much as I can. Alright, so we're pushing up a little bit here. which is honestly kind of funny because we would have gotten our exit of 49 earlier. We would have just got that just now, and we would not have had to exit for a loss. But that's okay because we did the right thing, and that's something that I want you guys to understand is looking at something later in hindsight and being like, oh damn, I should have done this, is not going to help you. If you did the right thing at the time based off of all the information you had, you should be happy. And I'm happy. I don't care. I took a $14 loss when realistically I could have gotten scared and taken a $50 loss or $60 loss down here instead of, oh man, I could have maybe gotten out with, oh, I made $5, right? I'd rather not think that way. Cool. So, almost had this fill here. I think I'm gonna move this to there. I'm gonna move it to there. I'm gonna move this fill to 50, and then these I'm gonna modify to be 4. Because my average will be 49, 52, then I'll come somewhere up to here, and then we'll turn down. Or we can turn down now. That's cool too. I'm actually going to put this at point of control, which is 46.75, 3946.75, which would put us just over what, $12 or $10 or something like that, and then we'll be green and we'll be good. So as of now, we're only down $3 if you followed exactly how I've been doing it. Only down $3. Point of control. So point of control is part of volume profile. This right here. Volume profile is going to show you bearish versus bullish volume at levels. So here, right, which is where we're at, we have more bearish volume. We still have more bearish volume, but as you can see, it changes a little bit with what's going on. So as we gain more bullish volume, so here we're starting to gain bullish volume, it's starting to kind of even out, right? I'm gonna go ahead and put this there, because I just want my exit. So, yeah. Man, this is looking, I almost want to put this lower, but yeah. Anyway, point of control, what this is telling you is this is your biggest volume area. So your point of control is now, hey, this is your level, your price point, where you can look for either a big flip back in the direction you just came from or a big breakdown or whatever, right? It's basically just an area of interest. It's a big area of interest, and it tends to be an area where you turn back around if you're going in that direction. So like as you can see, right, we barely went below it and turned around, barely went below and turned around. So having this as an exit is probably pretty solid. And then if we get this average down here, then having our exit somewhere in here will be even better, right? Because our average will be 49, having our exit at 48 or even here may even be okay. We won't make a whole bunch of money, but that's not the goal, to make a whole bunch of money. It's just to show you like your points where you need to be interested in for exits. And at the moment, this is an area, this is an area, and this is an area, right? So this is what I would be looking for. And lo and behold, right, we turned around at VWAP here, got green just $5 or so, turned around here. So this M that I was worried about seems to be working out, and the indicator didn't catch it, but I did manually. I just didn't play it because, well, to be quite frank, it was kind of a shitty M in the sense that this low and this low are the exact same. And this hadn't really, like, it can't necessarily go below this low. So that's why I didn't really want to play it. I'd much rather play, like, if this turns out to be an M, right? This would be nice. Somewhere in here would be a good spot to play it. Okay, so I answered that question. Let's see, is anybody else asking questions in TikTok? No. And my wife and son are just getting home and getting some food and stuff, so I'll probably end up getting off of here now, but you guys get the gist of everything, I think. I'll update y'all in the, whatever, the description of the YouTube video of how this play ends up going, if it hits our exit, or if I have to average down, or if these average down ends up coming to fruition, and then I get my exit, which, again, this will stay the same distance, so $1 away from wherever our average is. And y'all know where my average points are, so. Alright, I'm going to go ahead and get off of here. If y'all have questions, don't hesitate to shoot me an email at emadaytrader@gmail.com. You can also, of course, if you want to join the Discord, you can join the Discord, whatever. Appreciate y'all, as always, much love, and we'll be back tomorrow around the same time, hopefully to make some more money, alright? I still believe that this play will end up turning us green and we'll end up making some money, but I just gotta go, so. Alright, catch y'all later.